Ready, aim, fire.
So we're back talking SHOT Show with Steve Sinetti. So, considering where SHOT Show is now and where it began, how much has it changed overall?
Oh, dramatically. I mean, the first show was a bunch of card tables, basically, with people setting up on a little bitty 4x4 surface. Now you have a wide variety. The products are much more extensive than they used to be. When I started going there, for example, we did not allow what I will call, I can't think of the right word now even, euphemistically, the black guns. I mean, there weren't any at the time. Yeah. But anything that looked at all like a military gun at the time, just appearance-wise, full auto, anything like that was not allowed in the show. That's changed dramatically. Law enforcement now constitutes about 25% of the show floor. So it's expanded beyond just a shooting, hunting, and outdoor trade show. It's involved with law enforcement and government sales as well, too. Of course, the products have changed dramatically over the years. When I was going there originally, there were lots of single-action revolvers, lever-action Winchester rifles. Mm-hmm. They're still selling now, but at a much smaller percentage of the market. Clothing and accessories have changed dramatically over the years. Obviously, back then it was leather boots and canvas jackets, anything but. Synthetic stock guns were a rarity. In fact, I don't think there were any there at the beginning when I started going there. It was a shorter show, and also the show traveled around the country. We went to different cities around the country on the theory that, we'll try an exhibition in the Northeast, Southwest, Southeast, center of the country, all around the country. It got too big to do that. There just weren't that many venues that could hold a SHOT Show anymore. And of course, unfortunately, some of the cities had got non-gun friendly over the years. So that phenomenon, unfortunately, kind of limited where we could go. And right now, the only two venues that could really hold the SHOT Show are either Las Vegas or Orlando, Florida. And Orlando, while it's big enough to have a facility and is reasonably gun-friendly, unfortunately, it's a very spread-out area, and people like to be right close to the floor. Yeah. Like in hotels and restaurants and places right near the show. And of course, Vegas has Vegas's appeal. Yeah. Doesn't have for our group. And so 80% of the people that go there, whether they're attendees or exhibitors, say they want to have the SHOT Show in Las Vegas, come what may, no matter what, in January. And so that's where we are. We're listening to the people who go there. And so the SHOT Show is kind of a permanent Las Vegas fixture right now. So it's changed pretty dramatically over the years.
Now, was this something planned? Was it designed from the very beginning to be something that grew into what it is now? Or was it kind of, we're just going to cast our net out there and then see what happens?
It was very much the latter. I remember a quote that I saw a long time ago from Harry Hampton, who was the head of SAMI at the time, Sporting Arms and Ammunition Manufacturers Institute, speaking with Rocky Rolfing, who then was in my position as president of the National Shooting Sports Foundation. And when the show opened up the first day, they opened the doors and said, "Well, boys, maybe nobody will come." It's a lot different now. We have to keep people out. I mean, it's something people want to get into the show. It surprised everybody with its success, but it shows you that it fills a need. Yeah. People want to have their new product seen right at the beginning of the year. Back then, in the early 80s, when production schedules were set for the whole year, in the beginning of the year, the SHOT Show filled a very vital role of having the orders be taken at the show so that the companies could level load their production throughout the year and make products that people would want. They'd be producing things, stocking up warehouses full of what would sell in the fall, they'd be making in January, February, March. That's changed dramatically with just-in-time ordering and modern manufacturing techniques where you don't actually make a product unless you have an order for it. So the orders are coming in all throughout the year. And the SHOT Show, instead of being a place where orders are taken, it's a place where people see new products and they say, okay, great, this is what I want to order. And the manufacturers will say, okay, if that's what you want, you can have them in 2 weeks or you can have them in a month. Just place an order, let's roll with them. So the nature of the show changed. More and more people wanted to get into the show, not just with direct core business firearms and ammunition, but also with clothing, with boots, with food, all sorts of things related to anything you do in the great outdoors, anything around shooting and hunting. And so it's changed pretty dramatically. And I don't think anybody expected it to be the success that it was. But thank God it is, because we rely on the revenue from the SHOT Show to do all these programs that we do that benefit the industry and benefit consumers.
Now, with the advancements, I mean, I'm pretty sure the internet was a much different place. But how much do you think the internet played in changing the way SHOT Show looks now compared to what it was before? Considering more definitively the online gun culture.
Right. Well, it's interesting because a lot of businesses in the trade show field, we go to seminars all the time to learn how to keep the show vital and keep it successful. A lot of the trade shows in other industries died off as this internet and virtual shows and virtual reality took over. We're an exception to that because, let's face it, firearms are such a personal purchase. People want to feel them. They want to hold them. They want to check out the trigger pull. They want to see how it balances. They want to see how the rifle or shotgun fits. Now we have Industry Day at the range, where people who are there, whether they're media or buyers, they can go out to the range and actually trying out. You can't do that online.
Yeah.
You maybe can look at a T-shirt and say, well, yeah, I'd like to buy a size extra large, send me one. You can't do that with a gun. And not to mention the legal restrictions around internet sales. So you look at that, and that really indicates that there's a very vital place for a hands-on show in our industry that a lot of industries don't have. We've responded, though, to the digital world, of course, both in our online applications. There's a SHOT Show mobile app that people can follow at the show.
Which is actually really good.
Saying try to navigate around the show the first time when you get there is just so big. But we do everything we can to help people out in the best ways we can. And then, of course, we have a Twitter feed going in and out so people can talk about, hey, go to booth 905 and you'll be amazed what you see there and that kind of thing. So we've grown with the show and social media and the internet and all those applications. Really, we've blended into the show to make it an experience that's not just real, it's also virtual. And it works pretty well.
Awesome. Now, what should I expect from Industry Day?
A red carpet rolled out. No,
if life got there good.
The SHOT Show is the largest outdoor media gathering in the world. We have over 2,500 media organizations represented at the SHOT Show. And SHOT Show television is something that I think you'll see in your hotel room and all that when you go on. You'll have a place, obviously, at the show to talk to people and interview people at the booths. The exhibitors are anxious for you, Colion to come out there and look at their products and say, gee, I like that. I really do. And you can feature it on your show. You talk it up among your listeners and your viewers. So you should expect a pretty royal treatment, frankly, because we really welcome media at the show. It's a way to get the word out about these new products that people desperately want to see. And because it is a trade-only show, it's not a consumer show, it's not open to the public, it's not a gun show. People who are potential consumers at the retail level, they rely on people like you and our outdoor media publications and efforts that the entire industry makes to get the word out about these new products and if they're good or if they're bombs or whether there's something that they would want to own.
Yeah.
And so we rely on people like you and specifically you to help us get the word out. So we're looking forward to having you there.
I'm absolutely looking forward to it myself. I usually tell people a SHOT Show is a beating. It has nothing to do with the show. It happens to do everything with Vegas. Vegas itself is a beating. But no, I absolutely look forward to Media Day, especially because anytime I can get my hands around a gun and actually do some shooting, even better. But no, thank you very much, Steve. It was a pleasure being able to pick your brain about how SHOT Show got started. A lot of stuff I learned today I didn't even know, and I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to help get the word out, and we'll see you in Las Vegas.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. You take care.
Thanks.
And when we come back, we speak with Wayne Weber, Vice President for one of my favorite gun companies, H&K.